वक्रतुण्डं महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा. Hello guys, I am RN Prem Rana from VRightPath, your ancient Indian knowledge platform for overcoming karma gaps and bridging knowledge gaps. I came across an interesting image of Lord Ganesha sitting in airlines, and that is Indigo Airlines, and enjoying modaks and laddus. And which is a very interesting idea to convey the message, the creative message. And it's an interesting photograph, of course, it captures the attention. But more than that, did you know Lord Ganesha never eats laddus or modak? And I'm sure most of you were not aware, and even I was not until I listened to an enlightened group. So these laddus and modaks that we serve with so much of dedication and faith, great faith, he doesn't eat. So let's today delve into the significance of Lord Ganesha and his various attributes and the lessons we can derive from them to enrich our lives. Buddhidata Sri Ganesha, as is known as, revered as the remover of obstacles and troubles, holds a special place in Sanatana Hindu Dharma. As we celebrate the auspicious occasion of his 11 days festival Sri Ganesha Utsav, it's an opportunity to reflect on the profound symbolism behind the Ganesha's association with the Modak and the other aspects. The Modak, of course, a sweet delicacy. Contrary to appearance, Lord Ganesha does not consume Modak. Instead, it is a symbolic representation of his profound wisdom and the greater message it conveys. So what is the message it conveys is that let me take you through a small photographs. I'm going to show it to you, some photographs. So if you look at this, this image, this is the image that I was talking about, a very interesting image. So it is all about an enzymatic transformation. One of the most captivating stories surrounding Lord Ganesha is his unique appearance. According to our Vedas and the Puranas and the Shastras and all that, Lord Shiva beheaded Lord Ganesha with his trident, and then Lord Vishnu placed the head of an elephant on his body. This transformation symbolizes the transcendent nature of divinity, where physical forms can change, yet the essence remains eternal. So let's look at what are the four arms or the fourfold attributes of Lord Ganesha first. Lord Ganesha, often depicted with four arms, carries distinct attributes in each hand. Understanding these attributes allows us to understand or unravel profound wisdom. He has got X in his one hand. If you look at the ancient image which is in Vedas, particularly the Rig Veda talks about Lord Ganesha. He's wielding an axe representing the cutting of our defects and the karmic baggage from past lives. It teaches us to let go our shortcomings and evolve into a better version of ourselves. Second hand has got rope, signifying the importance of working within the boundaries of knowledge obtained from scared scriptures or the Shastras. It encourages us to stay grounded in our pursuit of wisdom. Then there is third hand, which has a gesture of protection and blessings. Abhay Mudra. So this hand of Lord Ganesha extends a gesture of protection and blessings. It reminds us to be generous and pray for the well-being of all being, not just our own people, but everybody, even the entire Srishti that we call. We have to pray for their well-being and nurture a spirit of selflessness. Third is, the fourth is the Modak itself, right? Very sweet Modak. So this, interestingly, Lord Ganesha doesn't eat, as I said, the Modak or the laddus. It symbolizes not accepting praise with ego and humbly acknowledging the sweet fruits of our labor. We do a lot of hard work to achieve success in our life. We go in different levels. But then what it teaches that we should remain humble, and success should not go to our head. And we should also refrain from letting our ego empower our accomplishments. So this Modak, he doesn't eat, he holds it tightly in his hand. He's just keeping it like that. It means that don't eat that sweetness and let it go to your head. That is the lesson. Let's see its physical form, other aspects of his form that teaches us profound wisdom. So, like cutting his head means abundant arrogance. Just as Lord Ganesha's broken tusk, he has got a broken tusk, signified detachment from worldly illusions. We should forsake arrogance. Arrogance and ignorance obstruct intellectual growth. So if you look at his tusk, that is broken. His broken means he has got two tusks, but one is broken, means we have to break from the worldly affairs to spirituality. And also there is a concept of duality. We have to end that. Duality means different aspects of our. I am different, you are different. Sanatana Dharma says all are souls. Lord Krishna says in Gita that you are a soul and I am a soul, which means we are one. So there is no duality. So that's why one trunk. Then broaden your perspective. Evaluate the elephant's broad head by broadening your perspective in life. Wisdom is cultivated through a broader understanding of life. Then foster foresight. So he's got small eyes. Broad head means you must have a big ideas and you must have big thinking, think big, etc. Then he's got small eyes, which says, symbolized by Lord Ganesha, is encourage us to have foresight and meticulously examine situations. You've got to look things in detail and you must have a big vision in life. He's got big ears, and ears like he's got ears of sieve also, super ke tarah unke kaan hai, which means practice active listening. You must listen more and be receptive to knowledge and wisdom, but at the same time observe information in such a way that like a sieve, it applies in our conduct. सूपा छान के कचरा साफ करता है, तब जाके हमें जो हमारा अनाज रहता है उसको सफा कर देता है. उसी तरह से हमारे कान भी जो है, I mean you can receive so much from everywhere, but then we have to filter it out. We have to accept only the good for us and good for everybody else. And speak. He's got a small mouth, so to speak very sparingly. It's a reminder to speak weigh your words carefully and speak. Broken tusk, as I said, is a embrace non-duality in life. It signifies the abandonment of duality, understanding that everything is interconnected and part of a greater whole. So we are part of a greater cosmos. We are the one. So we are soul, I am soul, everybody is one. We look at from that perspective, then you will not see somebody is big, somebody is small, somebody is successful, somebody is unsuccessful, somebody is good and somebody is bad. You will not see any of these kind of, all this will disappear once you get deeper into spirituality. Delve within. Another aspect of his, he has got his tusk, which goes down and then it turns upward. What does that mean? Turning is, his trunk is turning upward is an invitation to delve within, go inside, awaken your Kundalini energy, and strive for spiritual growth. We must have this growth is very important for our life, because otherwise our life will go west. This life that God has given us will go west if you don't grow spiritually. He's got a big belly, which symbolizes the acceptance of everyone and everything, devoid of comparison or criticism. Must not criticize, we must not compare anybody with anybody else. If you put one person against the other, they start competing with each other, and they start hating each other. If I compare you with somebody else, I'm sure you're not going to like it. And this is what is happening in the world. We want to get compared to bigger and successful people, but then that is creating divide in the society. So we must accept inclusively everyone. Then he is sitting on a lotus, which is a symbol of purity and enlightenment. So stay pure. It emphasizes the importance of not being attached to desires while navigating the material world. So he's got one leg is folded, one leg is pure enlightenment. So he's sitting on a lotus, and one leg is folded, which indicates and signifies that we must be busy, or we must take spirituality in our life. We must do bhakti and all that every day. And one leg is on the ground, which indicates that we must and teaches us to be in this world, but you have to be detached from the fruits of the world. You must humbleness is very important. So if you look at his mouse, small a vehicle, a powerful, it's a very powerful metaphor for all of us. So despite his divine qualities, Lord Ganesha's choice of vehicle is a small mouse. It signifies victory over the vices of our senses. Much like the mouse, which has a tendency to do something or the other, grow incessantly, कुछ ना कुछ काटता रहता है, कुछ ना कुछ chew करता रहता है. I mean, if you look at, similarly, our senses lead us to stray if not tamed. The mouse nimbleness to reach anywhere serves as a reminder to exercise restraint over our sensory indulgence. If you look at, mouse can go anywhere. It can get into the earth. It can dig a hole and reach anywhere. It can climb anywhere. Nobody can stop it. So similarly, our vices, if not checked, you will not know when it has entered you, and it pollutes your mind. These are our unchecked desires, like infections left unattended. The mouse also cuts, if you will not know that mouse has bitten you. So, but if infection later on, if you understand, if it turns into an infection, it can lead to a severe severe illness to your body, and also a spiritual illness if you don't check your unchecked, your desires, which are driven by worldly materialism and all that. And there is a lesson in humility that Lord Ganesha gives. So when the time came for to prove his greatness, he didn't engage in in a worldly competition with his brother and other gods. Lord Kartikeya instead, his brother was Lord Kartikeya, and there were other gods who wanted to be, revered as the first god. So he chose to circumambulate his parents, Lord Shiva and Mata Parvati, recognizing the illusionary nature of the material world. This act underscores the importance of honoring and serving our parents who care for us like deities and fulfill our needs. Disrespecting them can lead to grave consequences. So we must remember the message Lord Ganesha is giving us. So we are, also giving Sanatan Dharma education to the kids, so that the kids can learn a lot. Because yesterday in my own society, I had conducted a small session with these guys, a small quiz on Lord Ganesha and what it teaches us, the significance of his form and all that. So we discussed with them. So there were these kids who got, those who did well, they got small prizes from us, and it was a nice experience interacting with all these people, with all these kids. And this is what, so we want to introduce Sanatana Dharma to them. What is its purpose? Why should we imbibe the profound wisdom given in the our spiritual scriptures? What is the philosophy and foundation values and principles and teachings? Progression, understanding of holy scriptures, Veda Puranas, Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, and Ramayana. And also, we will also look into the other religions as to what are their key teachings and what is the position now, understanding the current situation, and what are the possibilities, means what are our roles and actions that we must, how do we take it forward and be proud of our Sanatana Hindu Dharma heritage. So this is what we intend. So I request all of you to get your children aged between 7 to 14, 14 to 21 to enroll for this course, and I'm sure they will be enlightened and they will live a better life once they have this knowledge, because it's a seed. Any seed you put in the fertile land, that becomes a tree, and then it gives a fruit. And similarly, because if you give a thought, if put a seed now to develop their thinking, they will definitely do well in their life. They will lead a better life than most of us have been living now. We've been living in a lot of worries, a lot of conflicts. And once you have this, there will be no conflict. So before I close, I must say, when we celebrate Ganesha Utsav, let us not only rejoice in the festivities, but also internalize the profound wisdom encapsulated in Lord Ganesha's form and attributes. Each aspect of his divine representation holds invaluable lessons, guiding us towards self-improvement, humility, and spiritual enlightenment. Wish you a very happy Ganesha Utsav. I just forgot to tell you that we are also doing Sanatana Dharma education for kids, and I just wanted to, what is this part? So yeah, thank you. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Ram.